it's a great pleasure. We've got 5 times world champion with us, Ronnie O'Sullivan, MBE, OBE, CBE. Just line them up, isn't it? Ronnie, thanks for joining us. It's a bit of a strange day today. It's you're playing with no crowd. Do you like this type of thing, or is it?
I like this event because it's low key. You get well looked after here. It's just snooker match after snooker match against top quality opposition. So it's great in that aspect for it. So there's no pressure on you. You just kind of, it's good match practice.
Yeah, of course.
But then obviously the major events are great, but then they come a lot of pressure, a lot of intensity there, and sometimes you need a bit of break from that. So it's about getting a balance sometimes.
Now, we saw you at the darts the other night. Obviously, a big fan of the darts.
Massive, huge fan.
Yeah. Now, the question is, could snooker players play with that kind of crowd going on, do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I think some might have a problem with it, but the majority of players would probably enjoy it. And I think, again, with the noise and it would probably take the pressure off the players as well. Because sometimes when you go to a snooker match, it's so quiet, you can hear a pin drop, and it's quite tense, like. So I think it would be good to have some tournaments where you have much more crowd participation, like they do at the dart.
Talking of crowd participation, you were snooker's first victim of a streaker all those years ago.
I've had two, male and a female.
Oh, well, we only know which one you wanted to see. Obviously, you don't want to get distracted by the males, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, I thought he was going to break my cue because he just come running out the crowd, and he kind of where my seat was, and I thought, oh no, please don't run into my queue. And so a bit of a strange experience.
Yeah, of course, definitely. Now, outside of snooker, you still live locally?
Yeah, I live just about 45 minutes down the road.
Yeah, that makes it easy, doesn't it?
In Essex, so so it's just.
And you're Essex boy through and through?
Well, I was born in Birmingham, brought up in Ilford, so Ilford's just on the border of Essex, so more, but I'd say, I very rarely spend much of my time in Essex these days. I was travelling around a lot, for the last 20 years, 25, 30 years, whatever. Yeah, and
in the past, I know you've been a bit of an athlete as well.
No, I wouldn't say an athlete. I'd say I try to do some sort of exercise because I'm a bit of I love my food. I like eating. That's one of my guilty pleasures in life is just to not eat any food but good quality food. And I've got a tendency to put on a bit of weight, so I try and burn the calories off so I can enjoy the food a bit more.
And you've got I did read you got a PB of 38 minutes for a 10k.
34:50.
34:50. See, disrespecting
which
you
is a decent time.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, definitely.
It's not bad. Yeah, but I was really into it then. At the moment, I'm just I'm a plodder. Yeah.
Any other sports taking your fancy outside of snooker?
I like to play tennis. That's a good game. I like to watch tennis. I like to watch my boxing. But obviously you have to be careful with what sports you're doing that because you don't want to get any injuries.
Because you've dabbled in a bit of motor racing as well, haven't you?
Oh yeah, it was great. Yeah, I've done a few races and that. So yeah, got in the car, done a few laps and that's probably the most exciting thing I've ever done in my life. That and Saturday Kitchen with James Martin were probably the 2 best days of my life.
Brilliant.
Driving around a track and eating food cooked by James Martin.
That's it, excellent. And Arsenal top of the league?
Do you know what? I couldn't even tell you any of the results. I don't really follow the football. I follow Barcelona. I follow Messi. I follow the big teams like Real Madrid and stuff like that. But I don't really pay much attention to the football. For me, the new superstars of sport are like the dart players. I find a lot of these footballers, they get paid huge amounts of money, and they just they don't even look interested. You think so you kind of like, I'm just not the type of sport I like to watch. But the dart players, I just love them. They're the new rock stars.
Well, exactly, and they've always got time for people as well, which is unbelievable. And kind of, you've been the face of snooker now for 10 years. How have you coped with being the popular, Mr. Popular? Everyone loves to see you play. Everyone loves to kind of see what's going on with Ronnie. And you've been. How have you coped with that interest?
I don't really look at it like that, to be honest with you. I just played snooker because I love to play. I love to compete. I play the game in an aggressive attacking style. But I try to do that. It's not something that comes naturally sometimes. I have to take on shots that I don't always want to take on, but I kind of pride myself on playing the game in an aggressive way. Like, look at all sports people that play it well. They attack the game. So although some days I don't feel confident, I still have to go for them because it's just a mindset that you get into. So, it's been great to have had such good support over the years, and some of the feedback that I get from people is just it's nice. It's touching in a way.
Yeah, I've got to ask you about playing left-handed. to me, as a former professional sportsman, I just I could never ever take up cricket back left-handed just for the sake of it. And you're equally at home playing left-handed as right-handed.
I wouldn't say I was equally at home, but I'm okay. I mean, if I was to play completely left-handed all the time, then I'd probably be a top 40 player, maybe, which is still not bad. But obviously, there's no touch and feel there. I can play good break-offs. I can hit the ball firm, but as long as there's a touchy-feely shot, then I'm all over the show,
Because there is the Alan Robideau story, where you actually had to go to court and defend yourself from playing, because you played left-handed.
Yeah, I think they said I've taken the mick out of him or bringing the game into disrepute, but I wasn't. I was just playing so awful right-handed. I just thought, I just want to enjoy it, so I started hitting a few left-handed, and it felt great. So. Anything to keep your spirits up sometimes.
And did you have to play? Didn't you have to go and play Rex Williams to prove you could play left-handed?
Yeah. So, and then after that they said, oh yeah, you can generally play left-handed. So I got away with that one.
Yeah, brilliant, magic. So Ronnie, UK Masters up next. Couple of weeks.
The Masters at London. Yeah. Big event. So I'm looking forward to it, but. As you get a little bit older, you kind of you have to get a bit more in perspective. I'm playing a lot of guys now that are in their early 30s, they're in their prime. So I don't want to get carried away and have these massive high expectations of myself and thinking I should be winning these events. Like I say, I go there to compete, I go there to do my best, but I don't have the massive high expectations that I used to have. So if I can win my first match, that'd be great, and you just take it from there. And I'm still capable of winning tournaments,
of course,
but doing it on a regular basis is probably not likely to happen like it used to.
And you've just turned 40. Talking about age, you have just turned 40 just last month. Now, Ray Reardon, he won the World Championship at 45. I think he's the oldest guy to win the World Championship.
Yeah, that's a target.
Is that? Oh, that's what I was going to ask.
I said I'd like to win a world title in my 40s. I mean that's the goal now. If I can play for another 5-10 years, maybe you just never know. But I don't know. I always say to myself, could I play if I wasn't winning? And if you'd have asked me that 5-10 years ago, I'd have probably said no. But now I haven't really been winning much for the last year. I still have the desire to play. I think to myself, what would I do if I didn't play snooker? I've tried a few other things and I just can't do a normal job. So I think I'd rather be useless at snooker and do that.
Well, I mean, we've talked to a few of the guys today, and they said the same thing about the guys who got older and have given the game away, but come a year or two later, they're back in, they're practicing. I mean, there's a seniors tour now. It
is. It's like, what do you do with your life after you've done something for so long? And I've tried other things, and they're all right, but. I think I'd rather. Do you know what I want to do when I finish playing? Is go into coaching. Coaching a top player. Though. I wouldn't want to coach like. I help anyone that wants to play snooker, but I'd love to work closely with a very, very top player and try and help them become multiple world champions.
Does that mean the Chinese might buy you?
No, I mean, listen, you just never know. In sport and snooker, it's growing all the time. A lot of these coaches, football managers, whatever, but it wouldn't be for that. It was just, again, it's sort of like I've tried other jobs, and I just think I love being on the snooker circuit. And if I'm not good enough to compete on the snooker circuit, then I might as well be there as a coach and watch and see it from a different angle.
And I don't think there's any player in the world that wouldn't want to be coached by you.
Well, it depends if I'm a good coach or not, But I'd like to think I've learned from some good players like Ray Reardon over the years. I've worked with Steve Peters, who's a very good mind coach. And I think with them things that I've worked on over the years, and it's helped my game, I'm sure I could help somebody else. But I mean, my philosophy on coaching was I wouldn't want them to feel under pressure. I wouldn't want them to feel that they've got to do what I said, because I've had someone like that before. And you just feel like you're scared. You just you end up playing the shots that they want to play. So I'd be just trying to make them the best player that they can be, and then go right, go and play your game. I'd teach them some tactical stuff that I know, and it's up to them if they want to use it.
No, that's brilliant. Well, Ronnie, thanks for spending this little bit of time with us. We really do appreciate it. Best of luck next week at the Masters, and then obviously April is the big time. And number 6, possibly.
Going for number 6, possibly.
Definitely. Alrighty,
Thank you.
problem.
Cheers.